A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. On Monday, January 20th, the Capitol Rotunda was alive with the sounds of celebration as Donald Trump was officially sworn in as President of the United States. The atmosphere was electric, marked by a mix of jubilation and tension as supporters gathered to witness the historic moment. As I left the building's security perimeter, I encountered an attendee rolling a suitcase and wearing a bright new Trump hat emblazoned with the phrase, "America is great again." Just moments before, President Biden had departed on a military helicopter, leaving the stage set for Trump's second set of inaugural remarks to an overflow crowd. Trump, ever the showman, entertained the audience with anecdotes about his wife Melania's wide-brimmed navy hat, humorously suggesting that the wind nearly swept her away during the ceremony. Reflecting on the events that had transpired just 2 weeks earlier, on January 6th, when Trump's victory was certified, the Capitol stood as a symbol of both democracy and division. Snow blanketed the ground, and as I approached the security fence, I recalled the surreal images of that day when Senate pages carried the Electoral College ballot boxes through the rotunda, reminiscent of a funeral procession. Kamala Harris had declared, "Democracy must be upheld," as she walked past with a determined stride. The inaugural weekend was filled with festivities, as thousands of Trump supporters queued around the Capital One Arena for a victory rally. The city buzzed with dozens of balls and parties ushering in the new administration. At the Hay Adams Hotel, notable figures like Liz Truss, Sebastian Gorka, and Eric Prince mingled with guests, while at the Salamander Hotel, Kash Patel and Carrie Lake received accolades. The Make America Healthy Again ball featured a theme of Biohack Yourself, showcasing the eccentric spirit of the evening, complete with red carpet interviews and performances by artists like Jewel, who captivated the audience with her rendition of Over the Rainbow. Meanwhile, at the Waldorf Astoria, Kimberly Guilfoyle, soon to be the U.S. ambassador to Greece, engaged in phone calls while adjusting her appearance. Conversations flowed freely, with attendees discussing everything from the events of January 6th to their aspirations for the future. One man from Modesto shared his disappointment at missing the Capitol riot, expressing a readiness to fight for what he believed in. As the night progressed, Trump made his way to the arena for his third speech of the day, reiterating his campaign promises and addressing the crowd with familiar rhetoric. He signed executive actions on stage, including pardons for over 1,500 individuals involved in the January 6th attack, before returning to the White House to continue his work at the Resolute desk. When questioned by the press about his authority, he dismissed the notion of being a dictator, claiming, "We just got here." The atmosphere was rife with mixed emotions as families gathered outside the D.C. jail, hoping for the release of what Trump referred to as our great hostages, the January 6th defendants. The stark contrast between the celebratory tone of the inauguration and the somber reality of those imprisoned for their actions on that day highlighted the deep divisions within the nation. In a surprising twist, the call for unity during the inauguration came not from Trump, but from Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar, who emphasized the importance of responsibility in a democracy. Her words resonated with those who witnessed the chaos of the past few weeks, reminding us that every citizen holds a position of responsibility. As she quoted President Kennedy and President Lincoln, her plea for generosity of spirit amid differences stood in stark contrast to the prevailing narrative. Observing the crowd's body language and fashion choices provided insight into the underlying tensions. Melania Trump, adorned in her protective wide-brimmed hat, seemed to send a clear message of separation, while Vice President Kamala Harris donned a power suit that signified strength and resilience. Former Presidents George W. Bush and Barack Obama exuded confidence, each with their unique demeanor, while Elon Musk's behavior raised eyebrows and sparked discussions on social media. Trump's speech echoed themes from his previous inaugural address, lacking the humility typically associated with such occasions. He proclaimed, "I was saved by God to make America great again," setting the tone for his administration's priorities. His reversal of numerous Biden-era executive orders aimed at promoting equity and addressing climate change signaled a commitment to a society that, in his words, would be colorblind and merit-based. However, critics argue that this vision is undermined by his history. As the night drew to a close, the celebrations continued with Trump slow dancing to the battle hymn of the Republic and cutting into a massive cake with a sword. The scene was a vivid reminder of the complexities of American politics, where celebrations of victory coexist with the shadows of division and controversy. The inauguration marked not just the beginning of a new administration, but also a continued struggle for the soul of the nation, as supporters and opponents alike grappled with the implications of Trump's presidency. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.